Hello everybody, welcome back to Cam Good Times. Today is an exciting day because I get to test out a ski tuning kit done by KEMIMOTO company. And today I am here at Ridgeline Bike and Ski here in Boise, Idaho. And I'm really grateful to their help in the production of this video, lending me their clamps and everything so I can properly unbox and demonstrate this kit. And so let's get at it. Let's open this up. All right, this kit on Amazon comes at around $100, and it seems like a decent deal because they give you an iron and all kinds of tools necessary for tuning. So I'm really excited to see how this all looks and what kind of stuff's inside. Nice. Feels like a nice sturdy case, and you can take up on the mountain, especially if you need to tune in a fix, if you have some kind of damage to your edges or something like that. Wow, nice. Looks like they have a sanding sponge in here. Comes with some training wax. It goes to -15 degrees Celsius to -5, so maybe slightly colder. Looks like a good, decent wax to use. And then you have your gummy stone here that it comes with. And then various bolts and washers in case you need that for your snowboard or other equipment. That's cool. Oh wow, nice. It even has some straps here for your skis to help bind them together and for travel. That's really nice. A nice sponge here to scrape at and use on your board or skis. And then that looks like a really decent edger right there with the 1 degree edging that it provides. And then it comes also with a nice file here that you can use within that. And then some P-Tex. That's nice. It comes with both black and white P-Tex. And so some good options there. Wow, this kit's pretty loaded. And then a nice wax scraper. I like it. It's nice and wide, so you can use it for all kinds of different setups. And then let's go into the other compartment real quick. Wow. In this compartment, you have your rubber bands for propping up the brakes on your bindings, and then you have plenty of brushes. You have your wire brush for the initial buffering, and then you have your nice nylon ones. This has it all. Looks like it's decent quality. We're looking in here too. Oh, it even comes with a little apron in case you don't want to get wax on your clothes. And this is looking pretty nice. This is actually looking a bit bigger than I thought it would be on the initial picture, but this has a really nice wax iron. And there we go. Feels nice and solid. Has plenty of temperature adjustment on here from 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 356 degrees, and so has plenty of adjustment depending upon what your preference is and what wax you're using and such. So, and that's everything within the kit. And so let's get at it and demonstrate how this all works. All right, you guys, when starting this out, what you'd like to do is to get going with the edges and the edge work first, and using the file and things on that before cleaning it off and doing all the waxing, so that way you don't get a bunch of shavings in the wax when you're putting that wax coating on. And so first, we'll start off, especially with this being more of a simple tune, you can also get a diamond stone separately to start off with if you have some really nasty parts on the edges there, to really get some of those parts off. But in terms of just keeping that edge nice and sharp, you have this file right here that's set to a 1 degree angle. And what you want to do is you want to go from the tip right here down to the tail, and just run this right along the side edge like this. So you start right here. Just make sure that you're keeping pressure on this side, so that way it stays at the correct angle, and just run it right through. And you can feel it as you're running it past, just really getting that edge resurfaced for you. Just run it through again. As you run it, it'll feel smoother and smoother as you go. And that's how you know it's giving you a nice angle, a nice edge. And just keeping it nice and flat and keeping the angle, keeping it just right there where this part on the back here is flat on the board, and that way the file here can do its work when you're at the right angle with it. And then again, repeat with the side here. Just put it on there, have it again nice and flat. Just run it right along like that. Then after that, you can take this gummy stone right here and then just run it right along the edges to smooth it out and give it a nice polish. Really take care of any leftover little burrs and things on there and kind of polish it off nicely. Kind of rub it right along, going on both edges here. All right, after you're done with the gummy stone, now we have some metal shavings on here that are kind of strewn about and other debris. So what you want to do is get a base cleaner of some kind. This is more of a citrus base, but you can also get some kind of rubbing alcohol to put on here. But you can spray just a little on here, just go right along. A little can go a long way. Then make sure you have a nice clean microfiber cloth and just run up and down right there, getting all that cleaned off. All right, okay. Now that that's all cleaned up and nice, now we can get to my favorite part, which is waxing. I love this part. All right, when you're using this iron, I have this iron set to 125 degrees Celsius. That's what this wax calls for. It's good to have it at the right temperature so it doesn't end up inadvertently burning the wax while you're trying to apply it. What you want to do is you want to start off and just really put this wax right up on the iron and then just kind of make an S pattern along the way down the board. You don't want to have too much wax because then it'll take a while longer to get it all off. And but just putting that much, just like this, just letting it drip, just like that. Just a nice S pattern that will get you just enough wax to make it work for you. I'll just put a little bit more over here at the end just to get it just right. So it wasn't quite hot enough. There we go. There we go. Now we have our wax on. Set this aside. And then what you want to do is using both hands, apply good pressure evenly along the board here. And the iron should help spread it out real nice for you like this. And if there's spots that are missing after you're done, you can just go over it again. And initially, since you're just kind of going through, it's okay to kind of go back and forth a little just to kind of move it around. Just get that nice even coating on there. There you go. You don't necessarily need as much on the actual tips and tails, but you can go right along through the waist here, and then just after, as soon as you spread it real nice, just put a nice even pass back and forth. Just getting it out there onto the edges too as you go. Just really keeping that nice even pressure. And then after that's all done, turn that iron off. Let it cool down on the side. And then before you scrape the wax off, what you're going to want to do is wait for this wax to dry and for the board to cool off a bit. That way it can really help make sure, it really helps make sure that the wax is set on the board and that everything is looking good before you scrape it off and brush. Now that the wax is all cooled down and just nice and filled in on this board, you want to take the scraper here, and when you're using this scraper, you want to have it at a 45-degree angle, and you want to start from the tip and work your way on back to the tail. And so the way I've been shown is it's nice to have both your hands on here just to give some nice even pressure. Start up here. I'm going to stand up for this and just scrape. Start scraping that on down. scraping it on through. You might notice on the board there'll be some spots that have a little bit more wax than others, so you want to go over those again to make sure you're really getting all of it off of there. Just really cranking down on it, getting that wax off. This is the most satisfying part to me. It almost feels like when you're a kid and you put a bunch of Elmer's glue on your hand and you get to peel it off. It's kind of that satisfying for me. I really enjoy it. Now it's also pretty common for a bit of that wax to start dripping on the sides, and so it's good to go along the side walls here and scrape off any of that excess wax that might be on there. Looks like they have a little bit of notch there for that actually. That's cool. So I'm just gonna try that out. Look at that. Yeah, that's a nice little notch for it. Just going on through. Now what we're gonna do here is to start off, to buff it out at first. Really, you wanna use this wire brush to start off. Just do a little bit of this. And in this case, you do wanna kinda go, again, tip to tail. Just really pushing that in. You can go to this finer brush right here, and that should take care of it. This one, you can just kind of really work it in. This is the brush where you really can't go wrong. You can just, the more the better, just going back and forth, just really, really working in that wax. Okay, now it's all ready for the slopes. You want it to really look nice and smooth like this, and you can feel with your hands just the nice smoothness, and really feels good on those edges as well. And that is my demonstration of this lovely kit. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to please like, share, subscribe, and I highly recommend this. This is a nice kit done by KEMIMOTO, and it's a great price for all the things they put in there, including the iron. The iron worked wonderfully. It's a great deal. Has a nice carry case, and it really gives you all the basic tools you'll need to make sure that your board or skis are nice and tuned up. Thanks again to Ridgeline Bike and Ski here in Boise for allowing me to use their facility, their shop. It's been wonderful putting this together, and I hope this was informative and helpful. Take care, everybody.